Well, in honor of this 100th anniversary of the birth of our profession, several organizations, specifically the National Association of State Directors of Career and Technical Education, the Association for Career and Technical Education, the National Career Development Association, and the Society for Vocational Psychology, formed a steering committee. And there is a website if you want to look at this website and pick up on what I'm about to say, and that's www.celebratecareers.com. One more time, that's www.celebratecareers.com. But on this anniversary, those associations and their steering committees have committed to a statement of beliefs. That statement of beliefs has 3 points, just as Parsons' process had 3 steps. First point, every student and adult will have access to useful information and effective guidance in order to set personal and career goals that align with their interests, talents, strengths, aspirations, and values. That sounds very much like a legislative policy goal that NCDA committed to a couple of days ago. The second of the 3 statement of beliefs. Every student will learn lifelong career decision-making and management skills necessary to succeed in post-secondary education, training, in the workplace. Of course, Parsons didn't have to worry about that because in his world, you sort of made one vocational choice. But we know that's not the world we live in today. And so we need to be teaching people skills to continue to deal with career development tasks across the whole lifespan. The third point of the statement of beliefs is that every educator, school counselor, and career development professional shall have access to appropriate professional development. Of course, that's so necessary so that they can help individuals, both students and adults, to meet those first 2 goals of these 3 beliefs. Of course, there are always goals and assumptions related to a statement of beliefs. In a democratic nation like ours, perhaps our first big goal in stating such beliefs and goals is that we would make our citizenry more satisfied in their work, that they would have an opportunity to implement, as you know, a mentee of Donald Super's, that they would have an opportunity to implement their self-concept through work, and that would be a satisfying experience. But in our society now, and in many other societies, a second goal is equally important, and that's the goal to develop workers, motivated workers, who will help our nation become and stay competitive in a global workplace, and will have the skills to do that. And furthermore, will be able to contribute to through their taxes, because they are employed, to the support of our nation and its programs. Of course, as we think about that ambitious first statement of belief, which is that every student and every adult would have access to effective career information and guidance, we begin to think, how are we going to do that? And we all, those of us in the field, know the answers to that. We do that through our one-to-one counseling, through our group instruction, our group guidance, our group counseling. And in the last few years, some of us have been involved in providing such services through comprehensive web-based career planning systems and websites. So, as we think about those ways to deliver, and we think about those beliefs, we next think about what are some outcomes that we need to have as we implement such goals. As educators and legislators today, we know that there's some very significant signposts related to our current lack of having total success in meeting that first goal of providing effective support to every individual. These signposts relate to the lack of student motivation and academic performance, to our very high rate of secondary school dropout, to our low rate of retention of students in post-secondary education. Our high rate of change in college major, often resulting in 5 years to complete the baccalaureate degree. All of these phenomena are, of course, accompanied by the loss of self-concept for individuals, the lack of their adequate preparation for jobs in the 21st century, lack of time, and loss of money. These effects have caused us all, legislators and educators and counselors alike, to look diligently for evidence-based practices and to introduce measures of accountability into our practice. Yet acquiring that evidence and the data that we need is very, very difficult in the real world and costly in both time and money, and so we have a sparsity of it. However, a study which was recently completed in the state of South Carolina provides both hope and evidence that the beliefs set forth in this 100th anniversary can be achieved in a cost-effective way. A prominent and comprehensive web-based system called the Career Planning System is being used by students across the state of South Carolina, supported by trained counselors and career development facilitators, since that state leads the nation in the number of trained and certified career development facilitators. A sample of 2,000 students was drawn from those attending 2 technical colleges in the state. Approximately half of the sample, of course the experimental group, used the Career Planning System. That system contains research-based assessments of interests, skills, and values, as well as the usual extensive exploration of occupations, major schools, and financial aid opportunities. The other half of the sample of 2,000, of course the control group, did not use the system. Comparing these 2 groups, results indicate the following, and you may wish to contact our organization for a much more complete report than I can give you. But these 3 significant findings from that experimental control group study of 2,000 students. Students who used the web-based system increased their performance in school significantly, as measured by school grades and achievement tests. Secondly, students who used the web-based system chose majors consistent with the scores on their interest inventory, which is the career search with person match, and with high frequency they chose majors related to their top clusters of interest. Those students in the experimental group changed their post-secondary majors far less frequently than did those who did not use the system. Thus, they were able to make better use of the time when they were in post-secondary education. The third finding was that students who used the web-based system were far more likely to make a successful transition to post-secondary education and to pursue it to its completion, addressing that post-secondary dropout problem. Data such as these do provide evidence that through collaborative development and funding efforts and legislation, states can offer high-quality web-based services supported by trained professionals to all of their citizens, and that the outcome of those efforts do contribute substantially to satisfied lives of individuals and for the nation a much better prepared workforce. Thank you very much.